Hey everyone, Kimtana here, and this is The Moral Machine. Now, this is not a game in the traditional sense, like I've been playing, but what this is are several different scenarios in which you're presented with different moral dilemmas. And I thought it would be really cool, considering I was talking about this particular website in my theological anthropology class last semester, and several of you who are watching this were in that class. And this is the game that I was talking about when we were talking about artificial intelligence and how it gets to make the decisions that are made when it comes to moral dilemmas. And so this game, which was designed around the discussion of autonomous vehicles, looks at what those moral dilemmas that the self-driving cars need to analyze as it's driving. So I'm going to go ahead and start this up. And so as you can see, there are several different dilemmas, and I'm already in a dilemma because they're bringing in animals into this already. So I'm going to show the description, and essentially the descriptions are saying you have brake failure. Do you stay the course or do you swerve off? And so I know that some of the text is missing here, but that's essentially it. So my brakes have failed, and if I continue staying the course, 2 dogs and 2 cats will die. However, if I swerve, I will hit the roadblock, and 1 female doctor, 1 homeless person, 1 large man, and 1 elderly woman will die. And so I have to make a decision who dies, the animals or the people. And this is hard because, guys, I'm an animal rights activist. I'm a vegetarian, 26-year veteran vegetarian. This is a really hard choice because, why? Why did it have to be animals first? Okay, so we have several different kinds of people, and we have 2 dogs and we have 2 cats. It's 4 lives versus 4 lives. Now I have to base my decision based on quantity of life, not quality of life. I'm not saying that any of these lives are more important than the other, but I have to go by years that will be left living if they survive. And cats and dogs typically live to be in their teens, whereas these people may live to be a little bit older. Oh man, I don't want to, but purely because of the amount of years that the people will live more years, and the dogs and cats, hopefully they're already elderly. Maybe they're just out for an elderly stroll, and oh man, I have to make why my first one? I'm sorry, Bubbles. I'm sorry, kitty. I'm sorry. Okay. In this scenario, if I go forward, 2 elderly men die. Whereas, if I swerve, 1 boy and 1 man die. Now, I have to answer this on the same basis that I answered the previous one, proving that I am not against animals in any capacity. So I'm going to choose the elderly men. They have lived their lives versus the boy and the man because they will have more years to live. I'm gonna kill the 2 old men. I'm so sorry. I am such a horrible person. Oh my goodness. Okay. In this, 1 pregnant woman would die if I keep going forward in my car. I guess it's me driving. I'm pregnant. Who knew? Versus 1 male executive, and the executive is following the law. However, this is going to be a quantity of lives, and while there's 1 person here, 1 person here, there's a baby. And so technically that's 2 lives. So I'm going to have to kill the executive. I'm going to have to kill the executive because one life versus two. I've got to kill the executive. All right. In this scenario, one male doctor and one boy doctor will die if I continue driving forward. And they are flouting they are crossing illegally. Whereas over here, one female doctor and one girl will die. What this wants me to do is one of two things. Either it wants me to choose males over females, which I don't like, or legal. And typically, I like to give the benefit of the doubt. If they're crossing illegally, there's got to be a reason. I mean, this is a doctor. He could be running to the hospital, and there's a little boy with him, so who knows? They might be running to the hospital, and they're going to save the little boy's mother. You don't know. And so I don't like to hold legalism to that kind of extreme. There's always a reason someone's breaking the law, and it's either because they're just doing it for selfish reasons, or they're doing it for emergency reasons. He's a doctor. I can't make that kind of a judgment. I can't assume what their reasons are. So I need to look at this as one life, two lives versus two lives, not male or female, not legalism. I need to make an action, because if I continue the course, if I don't do anything, if I don't grab the wheel and try to stop it, then I can see them coming. I am coming right at them. I can see that I am going to hit them. So I would have to make the choice. And I don't know. The game is telling me. I don't know that I'm really going to die when I hit this Jersey barrier. I really don't know. I could survive. I think I'd survive. The game is telling me no. I'm probably not going to. But I don't know. And so the only thing I can do is make the active choice to swerve, to save these two lives. And if the result is that I and the little girl perish with me, I don't know that. And so I have to do the right thing and try to save lives, even if it costs my own. In this scenario, we have one man, two large men. Now, two large men I can only take to be obese. I think they're being really nice by saying large. I mean, I don't think they mean tall. Versus two male athletes and one man, even though they're driving the car. And so it's 3 lives versus 3 lives. However, the men here are flouting. They're breaking the law. And again, I don't care about the law. I'm not going to make assumptions based on why they're doing that. However, I have to look at this from a quality of life, whereas the men with obesity are more likely to live less healthy lives, live less years, and get diseases and whatnot, whereas these men, these athletic men, are more apt to live longer, healthier lives. So it's a 3 versus 3. I have to go with the quality of life, which is healthy versus unhealthy living. And so I am going to kill these men. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Oh no. In this scenario, an elderly woman will die, but if I swerve, an elderly man dies. It's a life for life. There is no laws being broken. It's a life for life. And I have to do the choosing to make an action instead of being inactive, not doing what I can to save a life. And so it again, it's making me choose between a man and a woman, and not playing that game. I'm sorry. So the sexes are equal in my eyes, and there is no worthier sex. And so I have to make the choice to swerve the car, hoping to save the life of this woman. And if I accidentally kill the man, Oh, I've got to kill the man. Oh, okay. In this scenario, it's an elderly woman. It's probably the same elderly woman. She's still trying to cross the road. Versus one woman. And I have to choose on quantity of life. This woman is young. She has many more years to live, whereas this woman has lived a very long life, longer than I'll ever live. And so I have to... I'm so sorry. This is someone's grandmother. Oh my goodness. I have to choose the older woman. Whoa, many people. Okay, so many people crossing the street. Okay. In this scenario, if I swerve one homeless person, a woman, a boy, and a male doctor who are abiding the law. Again, I really don't care about the law. I'm lawless, you might say. Versus a homeless person, a woman, a boy, a male doctor, and a man, and they're flouting the law. Again, I don't care. There's reasons people break the laws, and I can't make assumptions why. I mean, they're not murdering anybody. They're crossing when they shouldn't be crossing. They're not murdering people. They're not robbing banks or whatever. They're just jaywalking, for crying out loud. So I'm not going to choose death because of jaywalking. I'm not executing because of jaywalking. So what I do have to look at here is this is 4 lives versus 5 lives. And so I have to save the 5. I have to save 5 lives over 4. And so I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Here, speaking of robbing a bank, if I swerve, I kill a woman, a male doctor, and a man versus 2 criminals and 1 man. Now, this is making me choose between value of, social value. These are criminals versus a doctor and a man. So I have to look at this as it's 3 and 3, but I have to look at the fact that there is a doctor here, and I hate saying that one person their life is worth more than the other, but I have to look at the doctor will save more lives. The criminals, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, it's pretty obvious they're robbing a bank, and they're probably in cahoots and whatnot. But I have to go with the fact that this is a doctor, and the doctor is going to save lives, and so I've got to save the doctor. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. You should not have robbed that bank. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's so horrible. I am making I'm a horrible person. Okay. In this scenario, a female executive and 1 woman and 1 man die. 3 people. Versus a woman, a criminal, and a homeless person. Oh, man. Oh. Okay. Alright, none of these people are doctors, and so the saving of lives is out of this scenario. What I've got to look, however, at is it's 3 versus 3. I'm going to make the action hoping to survive, and I'm not saying in this scenario that the criminal has any bearing on it. No. I've got to make an action hoping to save lives, and in unintentionally killing myself and the people in the car. I don't think that the homelessness is, makes them any less of a social standing person. I've got to make an action hoping that it saves lives, and if it results, it results, and that's what I'm going to do. In this scenario, if I go forward, 1 male executive dies. In the car I am in. I guess I'm the male executive. Here, if I move, 1 criminal, a boy, a large man, an obese man, and a male doctor die. However, they're breaking the law. Again, don't care. This is really easy. First of all, it's me and my life. I would gladly take my life over to save others. I've lived my life. I'm done. It's 4 lives versus my life, and this is an easy one. I will die. I'll make that sacrifice. I don't care if they break in the law. It's the same scenario where we have one man, male doctor, one woman, one obese woman, a homeless person, and they're abiding the law, versus the man who is illegal. Don't care about the law. What I'm looking at is 5 versus 1. And again, easy call. It's not me this time, but it's 5 lives over 1. Sorry, Muddy. I'm so sorry. And here we have one male athlete, one female athlete, and in here it's the same. These guys are flouting, these guys are obeying, but I don't care about that. And so what I have to look at is, I'm going straight, I've got to make a choice, and my choice is to get out of the way. And again, so here's my results. My most saved was the doctor. Oh my goodness. Most killed. I don't like to say that I killed him. The criminal was the most killed. For me, saving more lives, yes. Saving more lives definitely did matter. Protecting the passengers, wow, I was dead center. And that really didn't take a lot of upstanding. Upholding the law. No, it doesn't matter. There's reasons people are doing that. Others a little further than neutral. Avoiding intervention. No, I would intervene as much as possible. So I think this is just because of the different scenarios in which the other factors took into account. Gender preference, totally accidental, but kind of glad it's on the feet. No, I'm kidding. Totally accidental. It didn't matter. Different factors played in. Just so happened that the women were on the right side. No, whatever. You gave me one scenario. I'm sorry. Oh, it looks like my first dog, Lucky. I'm so sorry. Humans, you made me kill them. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I love animals. I really do. Age. Yes, younger. Absolutely. Because of quantity of life. Fitness. Again, yes, quality of life. Social preferences. No. Shouldn't matter. It was the different factors. I do not hold value to anyone, or I give people second chances. My goodness. Other factors. So that is the Moral Machine. I'm going to leave a link to this game in the description. Take it for yourself. See how you stand with other people playing this. And so this opens up an incredible discussion as to, how does AI actually take into account moral dilemmas? What is it that they're looking at? Is it the same things that we're looking at? Does the human factor really matter? Should we be putting lives of other people in the hands of autonomous vehicles? And so this is a very thought-provoking game, in that the choices that you make will kill people, but who will die is up to you. And in the case of autonomous vehicles, it's up to the car to decide. And so, will it be because the person is old or right in front of them? Is it going to have to deal with health? How does the car even know? How is the car even going to analyze that kind of information? But these are important questions that we should be asking, not only people dealing with autonomous vehicles, but even ourselves in the choices that we make. Are we holding people's lives more valuable than others? I mean, and this doesn't even have to do with death and crushing them to death with a car or smashing into a Jersey barrier. this even has to do with how do we look at other people? Do we look at homeless people and say that life is less valuable than this person who's an executive? Is the criminal truly more worthy of less treatment than the doctor? You know, is the elderly woman, are they supposed to die in place of a young girl? You know, how we look at people and their value really does affect how we treat others. And so this game really makes us look at it. And yeah, it's fun. And well, no, killing people is not fun, you know, even in a pixelated sense, but it really does make you think about where you make your choices and what you're basing that on. Is it your experience? Is it your own beliefs? Is it your own social standing? Is it whatever? There's so many different things. So check out the game down below in the description, and in the comments, let me know where you stood, where your preferences were at. How did you do? What do you think about this? What do you think about autonomous vehicles? What do you think about AI making these kinds of moral dilemma decisions? Tell me in the comments. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get updates as to when I update my content. And guys, thank you so much for supporting and for watching this video. I really hope you like it, and I hope that this made you think. I hope that this brought up some thought-provoking issues for you. But that's going to do it for me. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great and wonderful day, and I will see you guys when I see you. Bye.